Welcome to Raw Sports TV 23. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. Now, once again, Draymond Green is the talk of the NBA because of his antics. Only a month ago, he was ejected from the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves on November the 14th after putting Rudy Gobert in a headlock. The incident came after a scuffle between Klay Thompson and Jaden McDaniels. Both of these players were ejected as well. This definitely wasn't the first time that Draymond Green has been ejected from a game. Even more recently, he did a spinning punch on Jusuf Nurkic, and this landed him an indefinite suspension. The extracurriculars that are associated with Draymond Green have made him a regular ejected player. And he was once ejected against the Suns after that incident. Who else in NBA history has been ejected as much as Draymond Green? Well, here are a list of 10 players who have the most ejections in NBA history. Number 12, Kenyon Martin. And number 11, you have here Dennis Rodman, Reggie Miller. These are all players that were sort of gritty and brought somewhat a form of intimidation to the game of basketball. In particular, Dennis Rodman, who we knew in his bad boy Piston days was a little bit too much to handle. Matt Barnes has 13 career ejections. Now, Matt Barnes didn't back down to anyone. It was what made him such a tough, respected opponent. Barnes even faked inbounding the ball towards Kobe Bryant's head. One of the most feared men in the history of basketball. While the Mamba didn't flinch, it made Bryant realize that it took a special kind of player to be willing to go right at him. Barnes never backed down, and he also has his fair share of ejections with 13. Also have number 6, DeMarcus Cousins. He has 14 career ejections. Now, you know he had a reputation as a bad boy in the NBA with the Sacramento Kings, and just someone who could not keep his temper, and this pretty much hurt his career, his basketball career. And while DeMarcus Cousins could probably still play the game of basketball, he did have injuries. No team is willing to pick him up at this particular moment. Now, this man, Shaq Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, in his 19-year career, he averaged one or no less than one ejection per game. Shaq was known for his dominance in the paint, and he didn't back down to anybody. Arguably, one of the most dominant centers in NBA history. Now, this next player is one of my favorites, Anthony Mason. He has 16 career ejections, played for the New York Knicks. And this player didn't hold back. He got into it with everyone. And I love the rivalry he had with the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. I wish they would kind of bring this type of lockdown presence and defense back to today. In today's game, it's a little bit softer, but Anthony Mason was that guy. The next on the list was Charles Barkley. Charles had 16 career ejections over the course of his career. Barkley is a Hall of Famer. He wasn't afraid to go at anyone. He would even punch you if he had to. Next on that list was one of the most dominant players in NBA history. Should be a future Hall of Famer, Dwight Howard. 17 career ejections, one of the most dominant big men in today's game that we've seen. He ended up with 17 career ejections. But number 2, the man who just passed him up is Draymond Green. He's sitting at 20 career ejections. Now, Draymond has been known for a lot of crazy things. Kicking his opponents, elbowing them, punching them, even punching his own teammate. So Draymond is sitting at 20 career ejections. But the one who leads the NBA in career ejections, Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace has 29, the most ejections in NBA history. And I think that Draymond Green is on pace for probably passing up Rasheed Wallace with his behavior. Comment below. Let me know what you think about these players and Draymond Green.